Hi folks, Mr. Elton here, trying to help you out with linear inequalities. And the first thing you definitely need to review, if you don't remember, is slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, and that tells us that b, the number on the right, that is our y-intercept. That's the number we start with when we graph, and then after we graph that point, we go to our m, which is our slope. That number is always listed as the number next to x, its coefficient. And so in order to graph this, I'm going to start with b, which is -3 in this case. I include that sign in front. I go to -3 on the y-axis. After I've graphed -3, I can then use the slope of 2/5. Remember, this is a rise over a run, meaning the top number tells you how high or low to go, and the bottom number tells you how far right or left. They're both positive, so I will go up 2, and then right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I highly recommend that you look at the numbers on your axis rather than just counting. That way you don't make a mistake. Up 2/5 again should be over here at 10. And now here comes the inequality part of this. Because this is a greater than sign, not a greater than or equal to sign, it's not equal to, this should be a dashed line. I should not actually draw a solid line through these points. They should actually be dashed. That's my best attempt. It's not super great, but it will work. And then after I do that, I then have to decide what side of the line I should shade on. In another video, I'm going to go a little more in depth to this. But my advice is to plug in 0, 0. If you plug in 0, 0, that point is over here in the coordinate plane. It's above this line. If this point works, it makes the inequality true. I will shade on the same side. If it does not work, it makes the inequality false. I will shade on the opposite side. So here we go. I'm going to plug in 0 for y, 0 for x. There's no way to get them confused since I'm plugging in the same number for each. And most of you could probably do this in your head quite easily. 2/5 times 0 is obviously 0. 0 minus 3 is -3. And obviously I just have 0 on the other side. So I have to ask myself the question, and this kind of tests you on your knowledge of inequality signs. Is 0 greater than -3? Is this number on the left larger than this number on the right? I think the answer is yes in this case. 0 is larger than a negative number, right? Which means 0 works. And so will everything else on this side of the line. I would recommend that you guys try to shade it like this rather than actually coloring everything in. That should save you some time, and it looks nice and neat as well. So there you go. Any point over here works. Conversely, if you had picked a point down here for some reason, like, I don't know, 4, -4, this point should not work. It is not a solution. And I can prove that really easily. Plug in 4 for x, 2/5 of 4 minus 3. If my math is right, I think that's 4/5 minus 3. 4/5 is 0.8. 0.8 minus 3, if I'm not mistaken, is -2.2. And again, that was 4, and the other number was -4. Is -4 greater than -2.2? In this case, I do not think so, right? This is a number further in the negatives, so I think I confirmed it. This point doesn't work, neither does any other point on this side. None of these points work, but rather than just crossing out all of these points on this side, instead we just shade the side that does work. So nothing over here makes the inequality true, whereas everything over here makes the inequality true. And that's it. If you're struggling with slope-intercept form, I recommend that you go back and look through my channel. You can find some other videos on YouTube over graphing things in slope-intercept form. Otherwise, I'm going to post another video about the shading business to talk a little more about that. Thanks, guys.